Greetings, I'm Lucinda Harmon, aka the Growth Catalyst. Today we're discussing the all-important subject of discipline. Why is discipline so important, and why might it be a stumbling block in your life? Well, have a listen and let's go straight into this incredible subject. So this is something that I lacked in my life for most of my life and my sales career. Funny enough, even though I was hitting the targets, even though I was doing well in my life, something still wasn't catching. It's only when I got really gripped and the hold of this concept and I implemented discipline that my life really started taking off in an incredible way. So I'm hoping that today, some of this magic, some of that gold is going to really help you in your life and your career. I'm going to start as always. I'm going to start today. There'll be two quotes. So we'll do one quote. I'll do a bit of an explanation of that quote and go on to a second quote. Always remember the quotes and the content I will write down key areas below in the description below. So don't worry if you want to go catch up on the notes, they're right below. And always remember, do share, do like, do comment. It's what makes it a little bit more engaging than me just doing videos and putting them out onto YouTube and wherever you catch up with them. So the first quote I want to touch on is, if we don't discipline ourselves, the world will do it for us. And that quote was by a gentleman's name, William Feather. I'm going to repeat that quote because it's really important that this sinks in. If we don't discipline ourselves, then the world will do it for us. Now I want you to think about your life. Where in your life may you not have practiced discipline? Maybe it's in sales, your work, and suddenly you're being micromanaged. Maybe you didn't achieve what you wanted in the business world because you lacked discipline. You lacked that consistency. There were parts of your areas about your work ethic that somehow just wasn't clicking. And you end up then having to go for employment. And in those areas of your life, that is when you can see this quote rings. It rings like a bell. So true. And the other quote I want to really bring, and this is in my book, Go Shake the Trees, Selling It Like It Is. And this is really a chapter that resonated with quite a few people, is suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret. Suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret. How many people can put up their hand right now and tell me, yes, I did that. I wasn't disciplined. I didn't put my best foot forward. I didn't show emotional intelligence, whatever it might have been. And I regret it because I threw away an opportunity. I threw away something good with this relationship, whatever it might have been, whatever you've done in your lifetime. And no one wants to live with regrets. And so this is why this entire segment is so critical. And I wish someone had taught it to me. I wish I had a mentor when I started sales at the age of 21 and someone had really taught this to me. It's only really when I got into Toastmasters International that I really understood discipline. Discipline with the words you use, discipline with time, discipline with managing yourself. It was all the areas that this is where it really clicked for me. And I really started working a lot harder on discipline in my life. And discipline certainly separates the average person from the exceptional. I can tell you, if you look at exceptional people, successful people, they don't lounge around in bed in the morning. They get up. There are people they've got goals, they've got things they're going to do, and they don't have excuses. They're disciplined and they approach and they're disciplined. You can see it. You can feel it, and they make their appointments. They get back to people when they're meant to. In everything they do, in all the facets, it clicks, disciplined, a disciplined whole way of being. So if we look at the 4 components that I always love to do, and actually I created the game I spoke right in the beginning about, where I really lost it, is a game called Moving On Up. And I took these 4 segments and I created on a game board exercises in order to get people fit physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Now, that's behind me, that part. But today I'm still going to bring it in, and I bring it into my work always. It's really important for you in your life to be looking at the discipline. So I believe in your day activities when you wake up in the morning. What are your rituals? What do you do? Do you get up and exercise? Do you get up and do emotional, mental, spiritual? How do you start your day? Because how you start your day is going to determine the rest of your day. And I always start my day with a certain exercise regime. Then I go on to working on my emotional state. Then I go on to working on my mental state, preparing myself and making sure that I'm at some sort of peak form in my mind. My mental state must be in a very good space. And spiritual, whatever that means for you. Whatever you do, whatever you believe in, this is the time to set the stage. But what's more important than just a morning half hour, an hour where these 4 elements should somehow be in the day. It might be a 30-minute brisk walk. It might be doing affirmations, incantations. It might be putting out, because I believe we create the lives we have. So this is when you get to create. You get to say the words and you start to visualize and you start to tell yourself, all the amazing things that are coming through and coming forward into your life. And this is the time that I use in the morning. That half an hour to an hour is critical for the whole day. Beyond that, I always map in a week that you make sure that you give each of these areas or components in your life equal time and important time. Because I want you to ask yourself in your life, this is for you to do, is write an inventory and go on physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. How disciplined are you? What are you doing in order to take care of these 4 elements of your life? Spiritually, are you poor and maybe strong mentally? Maybe physically, you're very, very fit. So you can give yourself like 80 and 90% and really do it out of 100, from 0 to 100%. And maybe, and if you start to see this, you'll understand why it's so important to be investing in that in your life. And those are my next 2 points. Self-investment and development are critical to you. You don't do a degree when you leave school for 3 years and then you never study again. No, you're a student for life. And it's important to always be investing in yourself, whatever that means. Is it a coach? Is it a mentor? Is it a workshop or a webinar you can attend? But whatever that next step is, start working towards it. Life doesn't end with a degree or a qualification or a matriculation certificate or a college diploma. Life is evolving and really career-wise, you might change gears and change careers every 10 years. But if you're falling short in this, you're going to miss the boat time and again because you're kind of going to be in a state of apathy, maybe apathy, a comfort zone, and you're not going to be focused. You're not going to be intentional. You're not going to be in the creation mode. And that's where people find themselves being retrenched. And so people often find themselves falling off the bus and unsure and, feeling confused and just in that whole state of overwhelm and unsurety in their lives. And this will get you crystal clear. I believe every year we should be investing in ourselves, whatever that looks like. However, as you know now, I put it, if you're watching me, you will see now I actually took on, which is equivalent to a master's, is going into governance. Now, that is something I wouldn't have thought I would do 6 months ago, but because I'm open and I'm out there and I'm doing work already in governance, it came across my path as a bonus gift in my lifetime. And who would say no to that kind of qualification and given to you as a gift for you to study? And it's really important because I was actually just thinking, what should I do next? Where should I go? What should I do? Maybe it's Udemy, wherever I was going to go. Maybe I should go and do some coaching or development work, wherever it was. And it's interesting that these things then come to you. When you start asking, projecting it out there, I need the next step in my life. I want to invest in myself. I want to grow further. Things start coming towards you, into you. And the other part is a growth mindset. Never ever must you say, I'm done, because then you get stuck. When you stop the momentum, I believe that you need to keep yourself always at some sort of uncomfortable level where you're pushing yourself, where you're aiming for a new target, where you're aiming to add new parts to your business, or you're aiming to get out there more. Offer yourself, maybe it's an NGO, maybe it's your time, maybe it's in volunteer work, maybe it's taking on more responsibility in work because you want to move further in your career. But in a growth mindset, you never are stagnant. You are constantly moving, evolving, looking, I would say searching, because searching might be might not fit this particular segment, but you constantly you've got an adventurous, curious mind, and always wanting to just keep on moving and learning and growing and growing. And I think this is something that I really want to, in discipline. You have to be disciplined about a growth mindset. You have to set yourself targets. You've got to set yourself, whether it's in your own career and your sales. Maybe you're sitting with your company have given you a 10% increase year on year. I want you to challenge yourself to 15% year on year. If your company tell you, you must see 8 clients a day, I want you to push to 11 clients a day. That's what this is all about, that discipline, that edge, the edge that's got to keep you, always give you an advantage and take you from being average to being exceptional. When other people are just doing the bare minimum or just doing what they need to do, you are going beyond. And that's when the opportunities open up for you. Remember that on your social media platforms and all those things, people are watching you, and so are they in your career too. So really invest in yourself and in your growth. And don't be too soft on yourself here. Get out there and make it happen, because you can and you will do it. So the other part is, I want to just focus on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps that I want to focus on today, that I'm going to take and give to you today. If you want to go to my Facebook page, I also did something on discipline. It was kind of a little different to this, because this is more aimed at a LinkedIn profile, and the other one was more for personal. It was more on a personal level for people on discipline. Consistency is critical. Number 1, consistency. You cannot be disciplined sometimes. You need to be disciplined all the time. In getting up with what you do, there's no day missing out, because basically then you're not showing commitment to yourself and to your own personal development and growth, and you're kind of being iffy. And when you be iffy, things don't happen fast. We end up being stuck. So it's very important to be consistent, whether it's posting on social media pages, whether it's getting in front of the right clients, whether it's following up with people. We'll do that just now as well. Whatever it is, keep to a schedule, write a territory plan, and that's something I'll get to later on in the next segment sessions to come. Territory planning. Make sure that you don't skip out on somebody. Oh, it's getting tired. I'm a little bit tired. I'm not really going to go see him today. It is critical. If your visibility counts, it matters, and so does this consistency. I need to stay in front of my customers. I need to get out there all the time, and they must kind of feel that you are there. I want them to be able to tell you that it always feels like you're in front of me. Then you know that you've got consistency under your belt, and that's what you're aiming for. Time management. Time. Very, very critical. Number 2. I see this happening more and more, and I don't know why. Did COVID really mess up the time schedule with people staying at home and not going out there? But time and punctuality, it talks to respect, and respect is about discipline. If you don't take time seriously, others' time and your own time seriously, then you are going to trip up in life. You've got to remember to speak succinctly, to communicate effectively enough within a certain time zone, because people are going to get bored. So it's really important, and make sure you are ahead. You before an appointment starts. You're prepared. You've done your actual planning and preparing, which we've already discussed. And time. Please show respect to yourself and others by being on time. And then the third point is about follow-up. It's really important. You cannot just go and see someone, hand them a card, and that's it. The chance them ever coming after you is really, really, it's like that's the needle in the haystack, especially in 2024 with the competitive world that we're in the sales industry. You need to follow up. And ask your clients, how would you like me to communicate with you? And then would it be okay for me to communicate with you via email or WhatsApp or wherever? I will give you a call in a week's time, in 2 weeks' time. And then you need to diarize all those promises you make and have a very good calendar with follow-ups. If you drop the ball, this is where you drop your business. And this is one of the ones that it screams discipline, follow up. Always follow up. After you've sold a product, don't drop it there. You want long-lasting relationships. On a new sale, you might not get it first. But if you're following up and you're showing visibility and you're showing this commitment to time, somebody's going to drop the ball, and you 10-1 then will have the opportunity to pick up the ball and to provide. And if you do provide, and you do provide that solution, and you can pick up that business, hold on to it and have great gratitude for it and don't let it go. That fourth point is about self-motivation. Nobody's going to do it for you. And if they are doing it for you, it means that, quote, the world will do it for us. It means that you have dropped it badly and that you're suffering due to not having enough discipline. And it's really important that you, as we did in the morning segment that I spoke about self-investment development, that you are making sure that you, whether it's listening to podcasts, whether it's watching YouTubes, whatever you need to do, whoever you want to follow, please make sure that you keep yourself self-motivated at all times. There's nothing worse than going into an appointment and you hear the person talking like this, and hello, I'm so-and-so. No, you want somebody that comes across confident and happy and radiating success, radiating efficiency, looking confident and looking so, the difference, you can see it. And I see both when I'm out in the field. And nobody in the world, the competition's rife, but the thing is, you've got to do it for yourself. Then the fifth part is goal achievement. You've got to be setting yourself goals beyond the company, beyond whatever other things you've got going. Set your life goals. Set your goals according to your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual states and how you are going about maintaining yourself in peak form or maintaining yourself to be towards excellence in life. And it's really important that you get a winning mindset and that you all the time are picking up the momentum and holding on to momentum in your life. That's how you achieve. That's how you succeed, is about goal achievement. And no matter what somebody sets for me in this world, I believe in under-promise, over-deliver. I do believe in all the time having a mindset of I've got a winning mindset, a successful mindset. I attract successful people into my space, people that want to grow, people that take their life seriously, people that want to self-invest and develop. That's the kind of client that I attract. That's the kind of corporate that I attract, is people who are hungry for gold. They're big on high achievement. They've got a high achieving culture. They will stop at nothing to always set the bar higher and higher and higher. All the other great things do come inside it as well, about being compassionate and about all the beautiful things about the human involvement and human nurturing and all of that good stuff. But they do have a drive. And this is what you must have in a disciplined approach if you want to achieve. If you just want to have a job and you just want to retire in the same company and you really don't care other than bringing a paycheck home, then this is not for you. Then you don't have to worry about any of this. This is for those that want to achieve in their lives. Overall, discipline in sales enhances productivity. It improves discipline and it drives career success. I can't say it more simply than that. For me, discipline has been a major turning point and a major part in my growth from doing okay in life, from often achieving great things at times when I spurted through, and I did achieve in pockets and areas of my life. But that new change that happened 6 years ago was all because of this incredible word of discipline. I hated it in my lifetime. I always said in life, I don't want to discipline. I want to be free. I don't want to be controlled. I just want to be a free ranger. I want to be a free thinker, a free this, a free that. I had all the reasons why not. But when I got disciplined, guess what? I found freedom. Because now I had the structure and now I had an incredible base to work from. And people trust you, trust me, want to work with people that are professional, structured, and disciplined in their approach. They show confidence and they have systems in place and they take them towards success. People love to be around people who succeed. It is a major factor. So next week, we're going to discuss that beautiful subject about etiquette. I kind of touched on the sales professional, but we're going to come back about it for this one because while I'm studying at the moment, I'm seeing that etiquette, it can do with a little bit of a brush up. So I'm going to focus on it. I see a lot of people, and in the professional circuits, people that are supposed to be a very high level professionally, they're slipping up quite a lot on this word called etiquette. So go ahead, go share this, like it, love it, send it to sales professionals out there. Let's get this out there and let's improve. Let's raise the standards of professionals. Give me a high five. Is that a high five? High five. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel today on the importance of discipline. And I'll see you next week with the important word of etiquette.